Hey everyone, Spin Dash back again with another haul. It is January 22nd. So here's what I got today. Now, my pull this week, pretty Marvel heavy. And I've read quite a few of the titles already. So I know what happens in them. No spoilers. I won't spoil a thing. So today, of course, no week is complete without The Walking Dead. Fantastic issue. I read it. It was the first one I read. I'm loving the all-out war. I see it all over the place. Everybody's still like, oh, Negan is the greatest. Negan is the best villain. Negan's cool. I'll give you that, but I don't think he's the best villain. That's my two cents. Birds of Prey, number 27. Then there's Batman 2 Face, number 27. We got Batman, number 27. Another 0-year tie-in. Will it ever end? Will 0 year ever end? They should have called it Forever 0 Year. Alright, Avengers World, number 2. I got Trinity of Sin Pandora, number 7. I really enjoy the Pandora books. And with them crossing over, of course, with Justice League Dark, Phantom Stranger, and Constantine, I think I like the Blight storyline a little more than I like the actual Forever Evil storyline. Just because I like the characters who are involved in this, I think a little bit more than what's going on in Forever Evil. So I'm excited to read what happens in this one especially after last week's Constantine, which was really good, and then of course the Phantom Stranger before that. Those books I think are just fantastic. So I'm glad to get this. Supergirl, number 27. Lobo Dissected. I still read Supergirl. I like Supergirl. I was not a fan of the arc with Cyborg Superman. I felt they rushed it a little too bit because they had that arc going on and then they kind of like abruptly ended it. So they could do the Return to Krypton, which was Supergirl had a tie-in. I did not get the whole Return to Krypton series, but I did get the Supergirl on that. So I'm glad to get an actual Supergirl story back. And of course, I'm really excited for the Red Daughter of Krypton series that's going to be coming out soon, where she gets a Red Lantern. I've seen the covers for it. I've seen her look as a Red Lantern. I absolutely love it. I can't wait for that. Next up, Superior Spider-Man Team-Up number 9, teaming up with Punisher and Daredevil. I've said it last video, I love Doc Ock. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with him. The artwork in this issue is fantastic. Absolutely love it. Another number 27. This is Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 27. I do like the Outlaw story. I'm hoping this will finalize and end this whole Ra's al Ghul story arc they're doing, and maybe they can get back to doing some other stuff. With Red Hood, I think my favorite part of the Red Hood series to date, I did like Death of the Family, but I also liked the arc where they went to Starfire's home planet. I think out of all the Red Hood stories that have been out for the New 52, that was probably the best that they've done so far. So I'm hoping that they end this League of Assassins story arc and get back to something else. I have Origin 2, number 2. A little disappointed. The first cover for Origin, if you pick up Origin 2, number 1, the cover was really cool with the way it was done. This is going back to the current, what most Marvel covers are. I wish they could have kept the way they were doing those other covers for the entire run. But after the first book, the first part of it, which I loved the first part of Origin 2, I thought the artwork was fantastic. And a lot of people don't like Kubert's art, but I thought it was really good in that issue. So we'll see how it goes into this one. Legends of Red Sonja, number 3. I read the main Red Sonja series, but I love the Legends of Red Sonja. I love the take on it with Gail Simone doing kind of like the interludes and then a different writer doing all the different pieces. And in this one, I got to look. Of course, you have Gail Simone, you have Leah Moore, Nicola Scott, Rihanna Pratchett. So that's a pretty good lineup right there. So I'm excited to read people's tales of Sonja in this one. If you don't read this, basically what it is, there's this group that's hunting down Red Sonja, and they keep inquiring about her. So it's people telling different stories about Red Sonja or legends about her. It's really a good read. I think it was issue 2. They actually had a story. They talked to a guy, and he told the story about how Red Sonja was a coward and how she cowered behind the man. The man had to save her, but all the artwork was different. It was the man cowering while Red Sonja was saving him. So it was a good twist there. I really enjoyed it. So that's another good book from Dynamite. Oh, another number 27. It's Forever Evil Justice League 27. Cyborg's on the front. We'll see what goes on in this one. Rebooted Cyborg 2.0. Next, I have Elfquest, the final quest. Love Elfquest. I mean, how could you not like Elfquest? So to pick this up from the pennies is great to have another Elfquest book. I've always loved the art for Elfquest. So looking forward to reading that. Captain America number 15. Can't say enough about Remender. I didn't want to say it wrong. Remender's work on Captain America. I've loved it since the beginning. I loved the parts with his adopted son. Now this Nuke storyline. I really enjoyed, and I can't wait to see what happens once it goes under the new Marvel Now. I know they're going to bring more of Jet Black in, and I really hope they make her more of a top character. They give her a little bit more storylines with Jet Black. So, looking forward to that. I have Black Widow number 2. I did just speak with Edmondson today, so with Nathan Edmondson. So I'm excited to read this book. And he'll be on our show panel, The Panel, next month to talk about Black Widow, Punisher, and Dream Merchant. So make sure you stay tuned for that. X-Men number 9. Continuing this arc with Lady Deathstrike. Oh, let's see. I've read these ones here too. All New X Factor number 2. I'm intrigued by this title. It's something's going on. I'm following it. It's really good. There's a lot more with AIM, which if you notice in a lot of the books, AIM is playing a very big part in like almost every book. Something to do with AIM. So, not sure if they're going to be a big part once this new arc starts, where the Watcher dies. But we'll see. But X Factor's pretty good so far. I mean, it's 2 issues in. So I'm giving it a good shot because I liked the first issue and the second issue. So we'll keep going with that. All New X-Men number 22. Or New Marvel Now number 1. The first arc of the Trial of Jean Grey. Deals a little bit with the fallout from the last couple issues with the Purifiers. And then, of course, the starting of the Trial of Jean Grey. And there's a good, the final panel, I'll tell you, the final panel of this book you're going to love. I'll just put that out there. You'll love the final panel. Avengers number 25. They're playing in with this 2 worlds now. If you read the previews, you know it's like it seems like the original Avengers are coming back, but that's not necessarily the case. And they say in the previews it did say an Avenger dies. So check that out. This next one I can't say enough about this storyline. I absolutely love it. It's Cable and X-Force, the Vendetta storyline. This is part 3. This is probably the best storyline currently in Marvel, in my opinion. It is so good with Cable and Hope, Bishop, Strife, the 2 X-Force teams. There's some really good banter between Dr. Nemesis and Forge in this. There's also some really good dialogue between Boom Boom and Puck, which you gotta look at. And Strife, what's really cool is they're making Strife a very legitimate villain in here. I mean, I understand, Strife's always been a villain, but in this, they're actually he's methodical in this, and it's really good. And it seems like he's one step ahead of everything that's happening. So definitely pick up the Vendetta Part 3. Next, of course, is Harley Quinn number 2. I've read this one already today. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy save cute little puppies and kitties. See if I can get the glare off that. And look for Panda. Wait a minute, where's my finger? There it is. There's a bunny. Bunny for Panda. The writing is great. I love Hardin's artwork in this. And especially in this issue. Issue 1 I liked it, but I'm now kind of accustomed to it with issue 2. So I really enjoy it in this issue. And even the very first page of this book, I was like, this is brilliant. This is so good. So, Harley Quinn number 2. All New Invaders number 1. The Invaders are back. The original Human Torch, Jim Hammond, the Winter Soldier, Captain America, Namor, the Shi'ar. If you read, what was it, Marvel Point 1, Marvel Now Point 1, a couple weeks ago, they kind of gave you a preview of All New Invaders. I think it's going to be a great book. There's a great splash page in this that you're just going to love towards the end. So I can't wait to see where this goes. To tell you the honest truth, I just can't wait to see where All New Invaders goes after this. Next up is Wolverine and the X-Men number 40. This is I will say, the final chapter of the arc with the SHIELD agents who have infiltrated the X-Men, the Jean Grey school. Really good story. I mean, really good. It gives the students a time to shine. And you also get some really good interaction with Wolverine and Cyclops, because if you've been reading Wolverine and the X-Men, Wolverine and Cyclops went to this facility, the same facility, because there's Sentinels there, the SHIELD Sentinels. But there's some really good interaction between the two. If you don't read Wolverine and the X-Men, I suggest at least getting this issue, because you're going to love the talk between Wolverine and Cyclops. Really, really hard-hitting stuff. Really good stuff. Jason Aaron, kudos, man. It was really good. Next is the Mighty Avengers. This is number 5. Once again, a fantastic book. Doc Ock Spidey at his best. A little bit more about who Ronan is, what Ronan's purpose is, and a cameo. And there's a cameo, a big cameo, a guest appearance actually, from someone who is about to don their own book. Really good story. SpiderMan is just on par. So finally, the last book I got. This one was kind of out of the ordinary. My shop actually only got 1 copy of this book. I didn't subscribe to it. My comic book guy said he saw it in previews, and based off the description that was in previews, he had to get it. So he got 1 copy. When I got there, it was there. I picked it up, so it's mine. It's from Archaea Black Label Comics, Hacktivist. I know you probably can't see because of the glare. Well, hold on. There we go. Hacktivist. Now I want you to take a look at the name right there. Alyssa Milano. According to previews, this is right from the mind of Alyssa Milano. She created the concept for this. It does say created by Alyssa Milano. I wasn't sure exactly what to expect from the book. I've read it. I wasn't quite sure what to expect from it, but just like my comic book guy, I was intrigued to check this out. And I have to say, right now, the concept of the book is good. It makes you think. There's a lot of moving parts. Not everything is revealed at the offset. So it's a 4-issue series. So I'm hoping issue 2 I get a little bit more information. But as the title says, it's hacktivist, so hacking, computer hack. Excuse me, computer hacking. I'm gonna be doing a written review on this for followingthenerd.com. So if you wanna check back later this week, it'll be up on followingthenerd.com. I'm gonna review this, and you can kind of get a little sense about what I thought about the book. I liked it. I think there's a lot going on. So we will see where this book goes. Now it was created by Alyssa Milano, but it was written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. So very good kudos to them for taking Alyssa's vision and putting it down on the book. The artwork is good. I mean, it's on par with quite a few books from like Marvel. So looking forward to number 2. And like I said, this is Archaea Black Label. It says suggested for mature readers. I didn't really see too much in here that is wouldn't be okay. I mean, the whole issue seemed okay to me. But so check this out if your shop has it. It's a good read. It'll make you think. So check that out. I did leave a couple books at the shop today. I left the Battlestar Galactica Starbuck number 3 because somehow I missed number 2, so I'll go pick up number 2 and then get number 3. The new My Little Pony came out. I left that one. So I'll pick those up probably this weekend or so. But that's my pool for this week. I'd love to know what you thought about what I picked up. Like I said, very Marvel heavy, but I'd like to hear your thoughts. Check back with us with Panel to Panel. We got a new episode coming up. This week we interview Eric Grisham, who is the writer of a fantastic book called Dead Birds. Definitely you need to check that out. And we got quite a few guests coming up in the next couple of weeks. This week we're going to have Bobby and Suzanne Capobianco. They have an all-ages comics called Kid Normal. And then next week when I do my haul, I've got a very big announcement of a guest coming up on Panel to Panel. So make sure you check us out. We're on followingthenerd.com, Podbean, iTunes, and of course YouTube. So until next week with next week's haul, this is Spin Dash. I hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait to see your thoughts.